Hey everybody, it's good to see you all again. This segment is just to kind of let you guys know what is going on in this episode. So, in this episode, there is a situation. Towards the end, or anywhere in this episode, there is a blank. That means there's no sound coming in the episode, and you might think that is your fault. That is my fault. You can blame me, say it was my fault, because that is editing problem, and that's because of recording and the recording platform that I use. If that happens to be in the episode, if that's in it, what you need to do is to just disregard it. Don't worry about it. Consider it like an ad break. Consider it like a break. Consider it like we're taking a 5 minute break. Consider it like that. So no freaking out. No need to worry. Make sure you guys enjoy the episode. Enjoy what's in it, and y'all have a good one. And enjoy this one. Really enjoy it and have fun. And please disregard the blanks in there. Consider them breaks. Hope you guys enjoy this episode, and thank you guys for understanding and for your cooperation. Hey, you guys, welcome. This one's going to be so exciting. This is Big MC. We talked over Discord about a few weeks, and he's totally awesome and insane. Welcome to the show, Big MC. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on, and hello, everybody. Nice to meet everyone.
Yeah, no problem. My pleasure. You're such an amazing person, and I had to have you on.
Thank you very much. It means a lot.
No problem. All good. All right, to all the newbies out there that have no idea who you are, why don't you give a little rundown?
So, I'm a 26-year-old single father out of Oklahoma. I'm currently working on a mixtape called Enter the Dungeon, and it's like lyrical, more clever wordplay, not so much focused on trying to be catchy or anything like that, but more so, puns, onomatopoeias, similes, metaphors, double entendres, things like that, where you can set up a punchline and then deliver it and blow someone's mind with how you use a word. So that's the kind of stuff I try to shoot for.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I respect that. And that's pretty clever. That's pretty genius the way you go about that next tape. That's gonna be really cool listening to that.
Yeah, in the days of classic hip hop, they used to do mixtapes where they just copped a beat, released it for no monetary gain, and then they used that in order to kind of get their name out there before they release their album. And so that's kind of what I'm doing as well, trying to before I get picked up with a label or something like that. I want to get a mixtape out on SoundCloud and YouTube
Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's great. Great, you're already getting your music career up and going.
for sure. That's the dream.
That's amazing. That's cool. That's awesome. I respect that. That's sweet. Let's get into everything because everybody's waiting for that. Waiting for this. All right, so I want to kind of get into a little backstory with you. So I want to start off with this. How did your musical journey officially start?
So I've been listening to music since I was a kid. I did like choir when I was young, and then I did like trumpet and band, and I've always been a fan of rap. I used to have friends where we would do like the roasting sessions, kind of like the Wild and Out style, not really long form freestyle, but where we do like a setup punchline, and we just kind of roast each other back and forth. And one day on the bus, one of my friends who wore like a lot of plaid, this ginger guy who's always like real red from the sun. I told him, I was like, "All red like you had a bowel movement. I haven't seen plaid like that since Home Improvement." And the entire bus, including the bus driver, started like losing it. The bus driver had to pull over because he couldn't breathe. It was great. Like that's the kind of stuff that I've always been into, but I never really wrote until I started getting really depressed, and then I needed like a outlet to kind of get over that. So I started writing, and my brother kind of pushed me into using that writing for rap instead of just like spoken word poetry kind of stuff.
Amazing. That's nice. That's nice. Pretty interesting start you had getting up there. Interesting start going. I mean,
Yeah,
kind
everything
of
kind of
also
came to
similar.
yeah, sorry. Everything kind of came together. It's like I don't know how it happens. It's just like sometimes life's like a puzzle, and you get like this part of this happen, this part of this puzzle fits here and here and here, and eventually you get the puzzle complete. It's like, oh, okay, you were trying to rap the whole time, I guess, but you just didn't know it for a while, you know. So
Yeah, yeah. I totally get you. And I had a very similar life to yours. I mean, I just listened back and I just had a very similar lifestyle. In fact, there was like part of my life story getting told.
nice, awesome, yeah,
Mhm.
I'd love sure.
Oh, sorry, keep going. That's a habit. I'm sorry.
No, I'd love to hear it someday, like your life story about how you got into music and stuff as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I actually
100%.
haven't heard any music as well yet. I'll have to get that link from you so I can go check it out.
Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah, I'll definitely get that.
Oh yeah, artists got to support other artists. I want to check that stuff out for sure.
Well, thanks, and I appreciate that you support other artists. That's really special.
Oh, for sure. I don't feel like you can be coming up as an artist and not be supporting other artists as you come up. It's like you gotta treat others as you want to be treated, right? So if I want my time in the spotlight, I get to give other people theirs, right?
Yeah, totally, totally, and I just love that. I
Thank you,
just love
man.
that
Yeah,
about artists is whenever they have that support. I love it.
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All good. And interesting stuff, by the way, into music and going on with everything. What triggered you into wanting to get into music and to get your music career going? What triggered that?
Well, I've always been the artistic type, so like I've always been great at like drawing and like acting. Like I like doing voice impressions and different things like that. So I have a bunch of different talents on like the left side of my brain. I've always been very left brained. It's kinda like Childish Gambino, you know, he can rap, but he can also sing, and he can also act, and he's a comedian and all that kinda stuff. It's just things like that kinda seem to always come naturally to me, and then it's whether I apply myself to it, whether I get better or not at it. So, now that I'm applying myself more to rap, it's kind of just taking off. But I started off applying myself a lot to art, so, like, if you see my art, I can do a lot of really nice real life portraits as well, and I just kinda wanna be like the jack of all trades in terms of art. You know, if I ever blow up as a rapper, I wanna be able to say, "I released 2 or 3 really great studio albums." But I think now I wanna act or something, you know what I mean? Because I have a lot of different artistic talents that I kinda just I wanna, I don't know what's the word, I wanna approach every avenue that I can. Yeah.
Totally, totally, I got you. And you're already on the start to being a huge artist because you're multi-talented. I mean, instruments, singing, and now you got this creative side of you. I mean,
Right,
incredible.
I'd eventually love to get like a basement studio or something and start getting live instruments and learn how to play those as well. Because I know how to play the trumpet already, but then I could start sampling those instruments and start producing from that. But it's all in good time. Sorry if I ramble, by the way. I have ADHD. If anyone listening can tell. Yeah.
That's fine. That's okay. Okay, I like the creativity, the differences in you. That's pretty nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it all comes from neuroticism a little bit. I feel like artists are always a little bit not crazy, but a little bit weird, and they're always a little bit on the neurotic side of things. You know, something usually happened to kind of trigger that talent. I feel like.
Yeah, totally, totally. Totally. And I feel that coming from a community of musicians,
hmm
totally like felt that.
Yeah, which I'm loving Discord. I mean, when Discord first started, this thing was just like for gamers to like talk on WoW and stuff. But it's really turned into like this thing where you can stream like watch together parties for each other, or you can like make music together, or you can game together and stream to your followers, or it's became this huge social media thing, and it's honestly the most useful one I use at this point in my life.
Yeah, totally. I love Discord, honestly, and I strive all the people I work with to get Discord because it's so perfect, for, any career. Because, you're right. When it was first made, it was just for gaming, and And now more people are joining it, more people are using it because it's proved to be useful. Like, I didn't know you could record podcasts on Discord, so I didn't know that. That's new to me.
Shoot, when people first started, it was like when Discord first started, people used it for, like, games. Now they're using it for business at this point. Like, people will hold business meetings in Discord, and that used to be done over, like, Skype, and nowadays it's like, this is safer than Skype to use in terms of, you don't wanna get your IP exposed to people, and that's a thing Skype was pretty, infamous for.
Yeah, totally, totally. I love how various people use it. I like it. Amazing.
For sure.
Now, I want to kind of get into music because I mean, I listened to a few of your songs, and I usually do it just so everybody knows. I every time I get a guest, I listen to all their music. Well, that's exaggerating. Not all.
A couple songs to get a feel for them at least, yeah, I got you.
Oh yeah. Which I was kidding. I don't do all, but some, just to get a taste. Just to get a taste.
Yeah.
And I was totally, totally shocked by the way your music is. I
Thank
was
you,
very
man.
impressed by yours. I mean, very impressed. Very impressed. Vocals are amazing.
Thank you. I try to focus on being clear with my vocals. A lot of people, when they're mixing, sometimes I have to have debates back and forth with like mixers about like, hey, don't do that low thing to my voice, or don't do this thing where you're throwing this echo on it. Keep it simple, because yeah, it's really like like the classic bars. I just want people to be able to focus on the lyricism even more so than the beats. I love beats that are made in the classic way. Like I love Madlib and Jay Dilla and Dre and Alchemist and I mean, I love Kanye and Eminem and all those different beat producers. And if they can make me something like that to where but just keep it simple enough to where I can shine with the lyricism to where people are trying to focus on the bars even more than the beat, that's what I really love to do.
Yeah, and I totally respect you. I'm a songwriter myself, so it's important that I get a songwriting down because people don't credit songwriters enough, but songwriting is the base of a song. So if you don't nail the songwriting, it's like the song doesn't exist. The
Exactly, and
rap
there's
doesn't
so many
exist.
components. There's so many components to writing to where it's like, okay, well, you gotta stack your rhymes. It's like, okay, they used to just rhyme on the last word. Well, then they started rhyming multi-syllable last words. And then they started rhyming in the setup to the end of the bar. And then they started rhyming like every word with MF Doom, where it's like every worm in the setup rhymes with every word in the punchline. And it still makes grammatical sense. And it's like straight poetry and it's coded like the Da Vinci Code, and you gotta to understand it, but at the end of the day, it's so amazing because it's so lyrically stacked in a way that's and it's not just about that, it's gotta be pleasing to the ear too. So, like, you could lyrically stack rhymes, but if it's not as pleasing to the ear, it's not as good. Like, some words or just sounds sound better to the ear and they're more catchy to hear. It's about, like, finding that. Sometimes you find, like, a rhyme scheme and you start rhyming really good bars, but then when you say it, it sounds kind of annoying for you to say. You know what I mean? And you're like, "Okay, I don't like the way that, I don't like the way that this sounds. It sounds like a harsh word that I'm rhyming with. Maybe I can find a different word to rhyme with and then start flowing off that." There's a lot of thought that goes into the writing.
Yeah, totally, totally. And I was in the modern world, they credit songwriters, a lot, especially for like awards and stuff like that. I wish they would credit because songwriters are the most important part of any hit is the songwriting. Everything,
The most
um,
important, yeah, in my opinion, for sure.
yeah, definitely, definitely. And speaking upon myself, because I'm also a songwriter, and I even read some of the verses that you sent me, and I was, very amazed by how you go about your writing. I mean, and then I remember that that writing was very similar to my other friend, because my other friend's basically like you. It's like he's like, he could even be your brother per se.
Yeah, for sure. It's I guess, certain people are more drawn towards certain styles, and, I feel like if people like MF Doom or Eminem or Lil Wayne, or they like uh Freddie Gibbs or Earl Sweatshirt, or they like any of these people that are focused around the bars, or even A$AP Rocky or Joey Badass or Kendrick. People who are focused on the bars and the wordplay, Inspected Deck, Esoteric, these kinds of people. They might not be as catchy. They're not as like some of the newer trap artists where they're just trying to make a bop, like a pop rap hit. And that's fine. Like they have their styles. I don't want to be one of those people who's just an old 26-year-old hating on the newer rap styles. Everyone can like what they like, but at the end of the day, I feel like they're just focused way too hard on making these complicated hi-hat rolls when you can't even really do that in real life, and they're focused on not really the clever lyricism that they could be focused on, but just trying to make something catchy. And I don't know. I don't respect that as much because it's too easy to do.
Yeah, totally, totally, totally. And if people had the same mindset as you do, they wouldn't, have ghosting on their songwriters and they wouldn't leave them out. And they'd be like more including them and they'd get the recognition they deserve if they
Right.
had the same mindset
Yeah,
as
I
you
never
do.
understood not like recognizing people. Like Drake's an amazing rapper, but Drake has somebody writing for him, so it's like, is Drake a dope lyricist? No, not at all. He's a good rapper, but he's not a good lyricist because he doesn't write for himself. And it's like, can you really consider somebody, like even I don't want to burn any bridges or anything by naming random rappers that don't write for themselves, but there's a lot of big rappers that don't even write for themselves, and they could write for themselves very easily. The stuff that they're putting out, I don't feel like half of the rappers out there put out anything in terms of clever lyricism when in terms of, you know, double, triple entendres and stuff like Esoteric does. Like Esoteric's an underground rapper for Czarface, and he put out a bar that goes, something about a fly sound and how you got no bars like a dry town, so pipe down. Which means like you got no bars as in lyricism, you got no bars as in a place to drink alcohol. Like a dry town prohibits alcohol and it wouldn't have any water because it's dry, so pipe down, as in you're gonna need pipes for the water, but also shut up. So it's like a six meanings in like two one or two bars. You got like six meanings there. And that's clever lyricism. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. If anybody's trying to understand what I'm saying, that's the clever lyricism I'm talking about. When Lil Wayne says "All hail Wheezy, call it bad weather," that's clever lyricism. Whenever stuff like that happens, or whenever Eminem says "Woof woof, I am bar king" because he's the king of bars. That's clever lyricism. There's a pun. Something like that would always catch my attention more than skirt. I'm gonna do. That kind of stuff is like, sure, it's pleasing to the ear, but it's just like, what are you saying? It doesn't mean anything. There's no substance. So yeah, that's just my take.
Totally. Yeah, totally, totally. I love that you have the oh god, my bad. Um, and I love that too. I love it. I mean, I love when they put those catchy things and they add substance into the writing, and it really makes the song memorable, and it really makes a hit. If you just get out nonsense and with during the song and within the song, it's like,
Yeah, they're too worried about getting on the radio.
hmm, hmm. I think that's I want to say most. It's some. They do that. They don't really take the time in, and they just go in just to see if they can get radio. And that's also the problem with some new artists, with some newer ones, is that they just want their song to pop up. But if you don't have correct songwriting, you're doomed. Then that's all I'm saying. Like you're
Right.
doomed. You lost that hit, and now.
People that are putting stuff out now that's catchy and has bars in it, it's people like Freddie Gibbs. Whenever you go and you listen to Pinata, that was from 2019. So if you want to hear like a nice new album, Freddie Gibbs Pinata, or like Czarface's Czarface meets Middleface, those two albums are relatively new, modern rap, really good stuff, but very reminiscent of like 90s, early 2000s bars. So
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I'll look into those later. That's another one that's going on my list too.
for sure. And anybody
Um,
out there listening, if you want to just like find some really clever ones, that, and then as well as Mad Villainy, which is MF Doom and Madlib, that's another really good one. But that's from 2005. But that's a really good one for just lyricism. So you might even want to pull up Genius for that one.
that's nice. That's nice. And I love the reference genius. I like to do reference them in the kind of lyrics. I like it. It's funny. I like it.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking about your songwriting, how do you go about, generally making your songs? How does the production, mixing, mastering, even songwriting, how's that, how your musical process like?
So the thing is, I usually try to find a beat that gets me in a mood there that I can songwrite, and a lot of times that's actually like an MF Doom beat. So I'll go in there and now maybe I'll pull up one beer, and you got that beautiful vocal chop where it's ah, dum 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 da da, da. It's just dum 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 da, and it's just these drum fills in between a vocal chop, very beautiful, and it just sets me up to like write. And sometimes I can kind of get in like MF Doom's mind almost, not really him, but, like, my style of writing, and then you get it going, and then usually I'll look for another beat. Maybe I'll get halfway through that, and I'll look for another beat and say, "Does this beat fit?" And if it fits, then I'll keep writing to that beat. I'm very ADHD. I'll jump around on the beats that I'm writing even on, and, until I get a full song written usually, just, because most of my stuff is more just about the bars, and I'm getting it out for a mixtape, so there's not as many concepts to it as, say, if I was writing an album where I wanted to have, like, a specific story to tell.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. And I love how you go about your music. I mean, if that's like your general one, I mean, you're pretty set for making bangers. You're pretty
Thank
set.
you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I feel like if you write it and then what you want to do is you want to write it, and then you want to go in there and obviously edit it to the beat you're listening to where you might hit yourself, you might hit the beat right on the snare, right on the kick, or right off the snare, right off the kick, or just in a certain way that's pleasing to the ear. You want to have all the flow matched up. And then I'd like to practice it probably 20 times, where I'm doing the takes 20 times over, send as many takes out as I can to the producer, ask him which one sounds best, and then I'll just practice that over and over again when he sends it to me, in order to get the flow perfect.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. And I've had artists do similar to what you did, and now they're making great music, so you're definitely on the right track.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, all good, all good. And how would you ultimately describe your music?
Well, I mean, lyrical for one, but at the same time, I'm not always gonna be focusing on wordplay, but rhyme stacking is something that's always gonna be in there. If I'm not focused on wordplay, I'm gonna be focused on maybe an emotion or maybe a story. Like Stan doesn't really have any wordplay in it, but it's still an amazing song because it just tells that amazing story. Or, Mockingbird really doesn't have very much wordplay in it, but it's an amazing song because it has that emotion in it. Where like Tupac, he might not have been the most lyrical guy, but he had that Martin Luther King voice where like everything he said was genuine. Everything he heard where it's depend on me like the first and 15th. He did the I have a dream. He would talk like he would do the preacher voice. You know what I mean? And it's like you could trust him. And so that's the emotion in there. So there's different types of ways to be great, but yeah, like that's why like in my top five, you're only gonna have really lyrical people like MF Doom, Eminem, and then like Andre 3000, and then Inspected Deck, and probably like Kendrick Lamar after that. For like my top five rappers, because they're so lyrical. And I would say that's how my music is aspiring to be like them, or to like Lil Wayne, the dude who he basically pioneered the setup punchline in the way that it's so well done. Like sometimes even one bar will have the setup and punchline in it because he's so good at it. Like the All Hail Wheezy, Call It Bad Weather. That's one bar, fits into one bar. So it's crazy. I know I'm ranting.
Yeah.
I had to get all
Yeah.
the rappers in there that inspired me for sure, because my lyrical content, but there's just too many to list.
Yeah, that's really fine. I respect that. I was just about to ask what are your musical influences, so you just bombed that question too.
Oh, well, I can add some more to it. Man, I love like Busta Rhymes as well. Busta Rhymes is for his flow more so than his lyricism. His flow is just insane. The way he can cop a beat, like especially on stuff like Dangerous and like what was that other one? And I love I love his hit with Mariah Carey as well, "I Know What You Want," because it just man, it goes so good, and everyone in flip mode just does really well on that track. Uh, I'm ranting, this isn't even about who inspires me at this point, I'm just working talking about tracks.
Oh yeah, that's a nice song. I listened to that again. It's so catchy.
I know what you want, you know I got it. Yeah, it's very good, I like it a lot.
Oh yeah, and you just have that perfect voice. I'm loving this. You have like the perfect voice. I mean,
Thank you, I hate on my voice all the time, I got a lot of crap in school when I was growing up 'cause it took me till I was like 14 or 15 almost to hit puberty because, yeah, it was just a late bloomer. So, so I got a lot of hate from my voice in high school. So I've always been self conscious about it, and I don't know, maybe I just haven't shaken it off since then. I guess.
well now you've been on the show, so at least now you can be confident.
There you go. Yeah, the more people tell me that they like my voice, I think I'll be able to shake it off more and more. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
100%. I know we've been talking about you, and I know there's a burning question inside. So everybody usually has something for me. So do you have anything for me?
Yeah. What kind of music do you usually make? What would describe your music?
The kind of music I make.
Hmm.
Uh, I said I don't record music. I don't record, and people's been bugging me about it since I published writings. They always
Oh,
wanted me to make music, so they always wanted me to.
I got it. So you're more of a writer. What kind of stuff do you write?
So in the beginning, I wrote pop music. So I was so
Ooh,
into pop music when I was very younger because I was in choir. I did singing, and
yeah, I love
when
pop
you're in a
music.
when you're like in church choir, you're basically singing like memorable stuff and sometimes poppy stuff. So I would listen to pop music, Christian music, R&B, and all that kind of rambled in my head and got me into writing. And I just stuck those in my notebooks. And if you came to my house like right now, you see in my closet I have like stacks and stacks of notebooks. I'm exaggerating, by the way. I don't usually have stacks, but I'm just exaggerating to that. And that's what in the beginning. And now I write rap music because um, obviously 2 years ago I joined Rap Pad because I wanted to publish my writing and converted it into rap because I had to transition and that was hard for me. So now I write rap music, but I also write pop music because pop music is a part of me because it what brings me joy a lot and I love it. So it's pop, rap, R&B, Christian, um, funk, and sometimes soul. I like to write too, but that's sometimes.
Nice. Have you thought about are you trying to eventually ghostwrite? What's the end goal?
A person mentioned that to me. I didn't know what they were talking about. I had no idea what it was about, and they said you can get paid for them. That you can get paid for it. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I would want to do that because
Yeah.
because my friend Lil Chip, by the way, shout out to you. He mentioned to me about you know recording, and then he told me about ghostwriting. I'm like, what is that? And then he was like, that's something you can get paid for, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I would want to do ghostwriting. I don't know. I mean, I have exactly no idea if I would even do it. I mean, people were more mainly going into me recording. That was like a one-time thing with ghosting. The more people wanted me to actually record music now that people actually know what I sound like.
Recording would
They
be good
actually
as
want
well.
me to. What? What was that?
Recording would be good as well. I think that'd be a good idea as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm so nervous to record music. I'm so nervous to do it. but I've been thinking about it for months, and I don't know if I would do it. I mean, I used to have fantasy about recording music. I used to have fantasies and dreams and even thoughts about even doing it. So else might happen, and I've only done. And sometimes the guests would dare me to rap or sing on here. They would dare me, like, musically, can you do this? I dare you to do that, and it's just a treat for them since I
For
can't
sure.
record. So that's a treat.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. Well, I see you don't have anything else, so we'll just move on then, unless you have anything else for me.
I did, but I think I'm blanking on it. Oh, I was gonna say, the only thing is that, like, the other day somebody mentioned that they found my SoundCloud. I was like, nice. That means people are able to find it. And it's like they said it like they were like trying to wound me with it. And I'm like, I'm proud of my SoundCloud. I'm like, I'm trying to get blown up. The more people that see it, the better. If you don't like it, then that's cool. Then that's kind of like the kind of armor you have to develop. It's just like if somebody don't like it, then it's not their style. I've had plenty of people tell me I'm corny, and then I've had way more people tell me I'm really, really good. So it's just much smarter, even though they're usually the loudest in the room, to ignore the people that tell you you're not that good if it's only two people. You know, if 100 people are telling you you're really bad and no one's telling you you're good, might be time to practice more and move on. But you know, if 100 people are telling you you're good and two people are telling you you're corny, they're probably stupid, or their opinion is
Yeah.
just not worth anything to you. So, because you got 100 people telling you you're good, and that's all that you need is a following. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Definitely. I mean, I'm there with you 100%. How I kind of go along, because people used to like criticizing my voice, and I'm like, exactly how you were, exactly like that.
exactly. Yeah, if anybody criticizes your voice, they might have some insecurity problems with themselves, honestly. There's no reason to just attack other people just because you feel like it, you know what I mean? I feel like they're just displacing their anger, like a Freudian defense mechanism.
Yeah, exactly. And come on, I mean,
Yeah, I don't really feel the need to just go out there and be like a jerk to people. Only times that I'm a jerk to someone is if they're a jerk to me. I can show my fangs back, you know. That's the kind of person like I am. If I'm wounded, but I'm never the person to go out and wound people. So
yeah, totally, totally. And I wish the person who mouthed off at me had that same kind of
thought process,
that same kind of mind as yours. I mean,
right?
they were doing the exact same thing to me the other day in Discord. They were doing the exact same thing to me and another friend of mine, and it hurt me a bit. But
Yeah.
if only they had your mind, they wouldn't have talked that shit to me.
Yeah, I was rapping in the music production Discord the other day, and somebody came in and was like, "You're shit, you're shit, you're shit," the whole time I was rapping, and I just kept rapping over him, and then he left, and I was like, "That's what you gotta do. You gotta ignore him, straight up, because you're not performing for the person who's coming in to be a hater. You're performing for the people that asked you to perform for them, or you're performing for people who want to hear you. You know. So
Yeah, totally, totally. And that's really why I just keep going because I have people that care about me and that they support me. And I know it's just you today. This really gets me. This keeps me going when somebody criticizes me. You, everybody associated with my podcast who loves my music. I mean, they're the people that support me and they get me going, and they're the ones that you know. That's
100%. Yeah, you gotta
I
have people to lean
respect.
on.
Yeah, totally, totally. And I do have people like that that I can lean on and I can ask for anything and they're like, I'll do this for you. I mean, shows that you're a great friend, that you're amazing. Even you, I mean,
For sure.
we talked a few times and
Oh yeah, you can
pretty
always come to me if you
interesting.
need anything, for sure.
Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah,
Amazing.
anytime.
Oh, that's so awesome. And speaking of awesome, I know everybody loves the daily showcase. Everybody knows that every musician that creates music, that makes music, records music, does a little showcase for everybody. So it's time for Big MC to finally have his turn of doing a little showcase. And you guys, I've linked down below his socials, and he's amazing.
Awesome.
Click
And
down,
is this
click
without a
down,
beat?
and you can do with the beat. Most people do a cappella, but if you can get a beat going, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I could do a beat. I just wouldn't want you to get like a copyright strike or nothing. You know what I mean? If it's since it's going on Spotify
Oh,
and
yeah,
do you think I should just acapella in it? Maybe.
whatever you prefer.
I'll do a verse and a chorus because yeah, they go really good together. So alright. I got a riddle. Let's see if you can guess. The answer is a given, but it's giving me the sweats. If an MC falls but doesn't make a faint sound, can they still recall him if he ain't around? I found out the answer is clear. It's a breath you'll regret when the end comes near. But fear not, I'll make a splash in the ocean. And later down the line, whip my ash into a potion. Today's a different day, yesterday is past. Kinda fake, I never make my motivation last. Try to climb to the top, Kilimanjaro. Shoot rhymes non-stop, I'll kill a man tomorrow. Borrow a gun, I don't believe in violence, but bar none, I won't become the bitch of cell one. My problems weigh a ton. Lift 'em up like Atlas, the world's on my shoulders. Drop it like my bars, classless. Fact is, even if I rap this, no one's gonna hear it, so why should I practice? He's the saddest MC that you'll never meet. Drives himself to madness cause the feelings never cease. He's insane and he's broken like a record on repeat. Needs an embrace, he's outspoken underneath. Kinda ironic, he smokes a lot of chronic. If the drug was liquor, they would call him alcoholic.
Wow.
Whew.
Yeah, go get a drink of water. That was amazing. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it takes a lot of breath. My throat's kind of sore now.
Amazing, amazing. Everybody, that's Big MC. That's a little taste. And if you guys want more like that, down below, there's more of his hits down below.
Yeah, for sure. And I can always do like another verse if you need me to as well, if they need to
You
see it.
can, whatever you prefer. Whatever you what you did before was awesome, but if you want to add more, that's fine.
Well, I just wrote something else today, guys. So flow like menstruation, it's non-stop, period. I'll go to show the hoes I'm dropping them serious. No situation leaves this hero delirious. I'll never wear a Trojan, you can call me Odysseus. Oblivious, oblivion consumes the world around me. Higher than the clouds where I sleep soft and soundly. I think quite profoundly on the things that don't matter. Knock every bar out the park, swing, batter, batter, batter. That's another grand slam, another shot's called. I guess I'm God's man. Oh Lord, dear Lord, don't let me starve on the ramen. Send my name around the world so they can eat it. Amen. In truth, I'm blessed, I must confess, Father. When I'm on the booth, I push my other limits farther. I get a weird state ahead, like the head of state. And when they salivate, I anticipate they want to dribble my balls because my Johnson's magic. Turns out they're psychopathic. How tragic. When the fact is that they don't even know how to suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Nice, nice. I love it. So lyrical, good bars, good rhythm. I love it.
Thank you very much. And yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm into. Is like all lyrical, all bars. Not as much just trying to be catchy, but trying to make people go, "Oh, snap." You know, trying to make people go, "Oh, he's roasting them." You know, that kind of stuff. Like I did in high school and in middle school with my friends. You know, in the back of the classroom, just roasting each other, wild and out style, back and forth, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I love her. I love her style. That's amazing.
Thank you, thank you.
And no problem. You blew me away.
I appreciate it more than anything. Trust me. Yeah, I'm just trying to trying to make my name out there as much as I can. Every time people tell me that they like me, I just go, "Oh, share it on your social medias."
Yeah, and I'm gonna definitely do the same, especially with this one. I'll share across social media.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm so excited. That's great.
So,
Yeah, I'll definitely be sharing it as well. I'm excited to see it.
yeah, I'm excited too. So stoked. And since you've been here, you'll get a special little something in
Oh,
August.
nice. Awesome. I can't wait to see what it is.
Oh yeah, you'll love it.
Sweet.
Hint word party. Don't tell me more.
Oh, let's go. That's gonna be awesome
Oh yeah.
for sure. Yeah, no, I'm just doing everything I can to get it out. I soon enough I need to do a music video for one of these songs, but I just got to figure out the one. I'm still trying to hone in my craft to where I'm like perfect at it, like at it. I'm not there yet, so it's gonna take a long time.
Definitely baby steps. And if you're really into music videos, I got people that make music videos that could really hook you up with how to make one.
Nice. Yeah, for sure. Like editors and stuff. I could send them stuff and they could edit a video up or
Yeah, definitely. And there's an artist um he's a little bit like you and he actually makes music videos. His name's Trusk and he makes insane music videos. His Instagram, I believe his Instagram is official.trusk. Trusc. Yeah, official Trusk. And he's amazing. He releases a lot of music videos for his songs, so
okay.
he's really good to hit up.
Yeah, for sure. I think one of the things I want to do, we have an old abandoned train station here in my town. So I want to like go and record on like just an iPhone or something, just turn it sideways, just all underground style. Just record a couple different angles of me at the train station in front of like some graffiti or like under an underpass or something. Just, like concepts if you've ever seen that video.
Oh yeah, great idea. I can't wait to see that in action.
For sure. I got to get buffer too, man. No one's going to really take me any serious. Kind of all skinny. So
Oh yeah.
ought to call me
Uh,
Skinny MC.
Trusk is skinny, and yeah, he has over 100 followers on Instagram. So,
Heck yeah. Yeah, I gotta yeah, until I beef up, I'll probably wear, like, hoodies and stuff all Eminem style. He's, like, really big now and big and buff, but, like, whenever he first started, he was, like, real skinny, so he wore, like, hoodies everywhere.
oh
So, I'll probably do that, something like that to try to
my God,
hide that a little bit so people take me a little more seriously.
dude, to
Yeah.
not turn to please not turn to an Eminem wannabe. Don't do that.
Nah, no well, I mean, he's definitely one of my idols, and I don't wanna be Eminem, but I definitely, think my he's definitely gonna always be a huge inspiration on, my art, I think. But, no, in terms of just, like, style, yeah, I wouldn't, like, just cop his style, but no, I definitely would wanna, like, do hoodies, cover up
Oh my
for a while.
God.
Yeah, because no, until I get big enough, at least, be a little more self-confident with my muscle and stuff.
Oh God, that could be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Eventually wanna be,
Yeah.
like, huge and buff like 50 probably, so that'd take a long time, so
Maybe now you're 26, so you might get maybe a big growth spurt when you're 30. Who knows?
yeah, no, if I started working out now, maybe in 5 years, I could be 50 size, but, if I start working out now, I could probably be M&M size in about a year or so, so I should probably, get to it and start lifting heavy again,
Oh yeah, perfect. And Instagram's like a perfect place to meet fitness people, and also YouTube's nice.
for sure. Yeah.
Also pretty cool. And I just wanted to personally, from me, say thank you. I mean, this went better than I thought. I mean,
I mean, likewise, for sure, yeah, and this is a great opportunity for me, I'm as small gets right now. My stuff has, like, a couple of my songs have over 100 views, but that's only because, like, I mean, I guess it's just because it's good, I really don't have that many followers, so I guess people are replaying it a lot, but, yeah. So I hope I can gain some more followers. People can see that I am in this for the lyrical content, and that there's sustenance and substance in what I'm doing. So come and check it out. It's free to follow. SoundCloud.com/officialbigmc. So thank you.
oh, cool. And after this, I'm gonna hook you up with
Hey,
lots of people
yeah.
to collab with. I got you.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to collab with like as many people as possible, especially the really lyrical ones. And especially ones I can learn from as well. I'm sure there's some that are better than me even that I can come in and learn from and I always wanna be doing that, so, I eventually wanna be able to say that I'm better than the people I learned from, so, that's I wanna shoot up like a rocket, not so much like a pyramid, you know what I mean? I don't wanna be doing one step at a time, I want to zoom to the sky, so, hopefully I can get in touch with as many people as possible that are better than me that I can learn from, for sure.
Oh yeah, and I got hundreds. In fact, your first should be Lee Rides, and
Oh, I've been
I
talking with
hope.
him. Yeah, he writes really good as well. Yeah, he thinks my bars are insane. Yeah, he's a really cool guy.
Oh, sweet. So that's your first collab is to make sure that happens. I want to see that.
Yeah, I think I'm still waiting on him, LJGS, and now a guy named Dice to throw me their collab stuff. I'm pretty quick with writing, even though I do obsess over it. It's just that I do it a lot. A lot. Well, I had a stroke there. What the heck? I do it a lot. So, yeah,
Amazing. I got hundreds that could collab with you. Got hundreds.
sweet. That'd be awesome.
Sweet, sweet. And again, thank you so much for stopping by today. I really do appreciate it. Awesome,
Yeah.
you're insane. And I hope we get to do this a lot more in the future.
Oh, anytime. Yeah, anytime. Especially like if you don't got a guest, you're like, I need a guest. Throw me on here. I'll come right back on and we talk about some new stuff. So it'd be awesome.
Oh, sweet, sweet. About to close off everything. We're about to close everything off. Is there anything lastly you'd like to say to your fans before we end everything? Any new stuff, thank yous, advice, anything lastly before we end everything?
So thank you to anybody who hits play on my song at all, giving it a try. Like, if you wind up not liking it, I completely understand. But if you wind up liking it and you hit that, then hit that follow button because it's free and you'll get to know whenever I put out more songs, and each song's better than the last one. I swear to God. So it's only gonna go. It's only upward. We're upwards from here. I'm not gonna take any steps back anymore in life. So it's only upward from here. So if you want to be part of that, just hit that follow button. It's kind of like Bitcoin. You could have put $1 in it when it was real little. All right, you can put $1 into me right now with a follow. All right, and when I'm real big, I'm still going to remember you. That's what I got to say there. Thanks. Shout out to Atticus. Shout out to Flips, Dark Plucky, and shout out to Kaz now for mixing my stuff. And that's it. Peace, guys.
Thanks, thanks. Sweet message, and I
Oh, and
did
shout
not
out
know
to
you knew.
Musically as well. And shout out to Musically again for having me on here. Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate that. And I did not know you knew Cat. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, he's great. He's been mixing my last couple things. He's a really good mixer, for sure.
Oh yeah, I gotta get him on here then.
Yep. I gotta get in with some more producers who make beats that are similar to my style, like kind of Mad Lib, MF Doom kind of style for stuff.
Yeah, and there's tons of them. There's tons of them out here. There's tons of them.
Sure.
There's lots. And anyway, you guys make sure to check out Big MC down below in the links. Make sure to always follow us everywhere on Rap Battle Podcast. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This one's been very fun.
For
Uh,
sure.
if you guys enjoyed more, I come back later on. There might be more fun, exciting things happening. Yes. But again, you guys have a great rest of y'all's day or night. I told you guys before, and I'm going to tell you guys again. I hate time zones. Lame. They give me a headache. Anyway, catch you guys on the flip. See you guys soon.